Hey everybody, welcome to Faith and Hun Diaries. It's Veronica here, and today I am going to show you something. But before I do that, this is going to be a short video. Um, have you ever looked for something on YouTube and you couldn't find it? They don't have the right resources. I mean, there's tons of folding, like how to fold videos on YouTube, but I did not find anything about folding up a cardigan, especially an open cardigan like this sweater here. So what I am doing right now is I am actually listing things for my business. I'm doing listings for Poshmark. I am a Canadian reseller on Poshmark, and I'm doing a bunch of listings, and I'll show you in this basket. There's some things that are done and in the bags and ready to go in its proper space and inventory. So right now I'm working on this sweater, and I just got done listing it. I just got done doing the tag and everything. I do little price tags on my stuff just because I want to kind of, it's just nice to do it, and it's good to have all of the measurements on it. So that's kind of how I do it. Everybody else does it differently. But I buy these little price tags from Amazon. I don't know if you guys can see this. It's probably going to be a bit backwards. But anyway, what you can probably see, I don't know, is up here it has the inventory number, which this is my inventory number. This is number, but I just made that my inventory number. Up here is my sell-through rate color scheme. I have like a sell-through rate color scheme on here. And I'm sorry my face is, well, it's not going to be orange because I'm going to edit this video before I upload it. But right now it's orange, but you're not going to see that when I come live. You're just going to see me talking about it because I'm going to edit after this video. But anyway, with all that being said, I just basically fill these in. And on the back, I put my measurements. It's kind of a little messy on this one just because I kind of messed up on one of the measurements and wrote over it. Then I just scratched it out and did it again. But I write my measurements on the back and also the material as well. And that way, when I'm listing these items, it'll be on there. And if I'm doing like a post show, I can just read you the measurements from the card instead of going to the actual listing, and it's just easier for me. But my issue was after I listed this cardigan. It's Cardigan by Streetwear Society, and so I'm like, how do you fold a cardigan? I can fold any shirt that's just like this. It doesn't have anything flopping open, and you know, like if a cardigan has buttons down the front, that's always helpful too. But this one is just an open cardigan. I call open cardigans sweaters that don't have buttons down the front. They just kind of open up. So I call that an open cardigan. I don't know if that's actually the name, but I don't know. I'm still learning about all this stuff. And so anyway, so I just wanted to go on YouTube and find a video on how to fold. And I should have typed it in, but I thought they might not know what that is, or they might, and I just didn't want to do the little goose chase running around to find stuff. So long story short, I couldn't find anything. It was button down cardigans, and it was just normal sweaters, and I could not find anything about folding a cardigan. And I thought, you know what, figure it out yourself. Figure out how to fold a open cardigan yourself, and then that way you can help other people, and hopefully they will put this video to the top of the feed on YouTube, and that way those who are looking for information on how you can fold an open cardigan, you'll be able to find that, and you'll be able to have the resources, because it's frustrating sometimes when you're looking for a how-to or information about something and you can't find it on YouTube. So that's why I'm just going to turn this way a little bit. That's why I want to come on now, and I just kind of figured it out how to do it myself. And this might not be the right way, but I'm just going to give you guys an idea because I notice I'm not finding too much resources on YouTube on how to fold a cardigan. And some of you guys are like, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, don't waste my time. So here we go. There's two ways I'm going to try. The first way is this way. So I'm going to turn the open front towards me. And I'm just going to turn my hands. You know how when you pick stuff up, your thumb is on the inside, right? But I'm going to turn my hands so that now my thumbs are on the outside, just kind of how they do it at the store, or not the outside. Now my thumbs are on the outside, but I'm going to then keep my fingers out this way. So like this, and then I'm going to, so right now my thumbs are on the outside. But what I'm going to do is keep my hands where they are and just turn them in so they look like this. And then I'm going to use my thumbs to hook this little part of the shirt right here. So we're just going to use it and we're just going to fold it like that. Pretty simple. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay it down facing up, with the front facing up. And I don't know if you can see this. And I'm going to grab these little sides, the open part of the cardigan, and just lay them down. Same on the other side. I'm just going to try to pull it around without losing the fold. Just pull it around like that. And then now I'm going to put my fingers under the top and my thumb over top to hold the shoulders in place. And at the bottom, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to put my thumb over top of the flaps where it opens up and my fingers at the bottom. And if there's any sleeves, you want to grab those too. And I'm going to actually flip it quickly. And if the flap just gets out of place, just put it back into place. And then you have your fold. You can just move your arms, your sleeves over, lay them over the top like this. And then because I'm not putting this in my dresser or hanging it up in my closet, I'm selling it. So I have these little bags here. So I want to fold it up and put it in this bag. But I didn't know how to really nicely fold an open cardigan. So, and all I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab the bottom with both of my hands like this, and I'm just going to fold it up and bring the bottom even with the top. And I'm just going to make sure that the little flaps are straight. And I'm going to just grab both ends and flip it back over. Make sure that this side of the flap is straight. Kind of open it up a little bit. Maybe tuck the collar in. And then voila. There we go. I'm sure you guys know how to do that, right? But I just didn't know if there was a really good way of doing that. But that was my findings on how to do that. The other way is just grab it. Just kind of match up the shoulders. And then you're going to lay this down facing forward flat. And then, this will take longer. And I'm going to grab the underpit and the bottom of where the line is. I'm going to grab that and just kind of straighten that out. And I'm going to do the same on the other side. Grab the underpit and the bottom where that line is. And then just kind of straighten that out and put the flap at the front. And then just going to fold like you would normally any other shirt. So just going to bring it over this way. I don't know if you guys can see this really well. I hope my phone doesn't fall. And then just bring it over this way. And then you're going to lay your arms right on top. And you can bring them in a little bit closer so that they'll fit better in the bag. Same thing, just lay the arms over the top. Make sure they're straight. Make sure the flaps are straight. So If it's a little bit rigid on the edge like this, you want to try to tuck that in. If you can't get it, it's kind of hard with cardigans. You're just going to flip it over like I did. Make sure that your flaps are in. Just like that. And then all you're going to do is flip it over one more time. This is more work, so I don't know if you want to do it this way, but just make sure that your sleeves are straight. You want to have it nice and presentable. So, and then you're just going to bring the front back and even it with the bottom, and then there you go. And then you have a nice, perfectly cardigan folded cardigan sweater. So, but I think the first way, I'll put this back up here. The first way that I did this, I probably liked that a lot faster. I liked that better, because that was a lot faster. So I'm going to do the first one more time because I like that one. The other way that I did this was by just laying it flat and doing all that stuff. I think that took too long. So I'm going to do it one again. I'm going to do it one more time, So same thing, I'm going to grab the shoulders. Remember, the cardigan is, the front is facing me. I'm going to line up the shoulders by the sleeves, and then my hands are like this right now, so my thumbs are facing this way. What I'm going to do is I'm going to turn my hands so that right now the thumbs are facing the outside, and then I'm going to grab my thumbs and use them as like a hanger hook right here. This is where you would probably fold both sides in, and just turn it in like this. And then I'm going to lay it down. Make sure the flaps are closed at the top. I know you guys can't see me again. Make sure the flaps are closed at the top. And I don't know what I did here. Oh, here. So you kind of had to mess it up a little bit just to bring let me do that again. That did not work this time. I don't know why. So you're going to go like this. You're going to switch your hands this way. And then you're going to grab your thumbs and hook. Thumb about here. And that's where the fold is going to be. Maybe pull it out a little bit and then fold it. And then what I'm going to do is grab the top and hold the shoulders in place. And then I'm going to come down the front and kind of bring the flaps over the front a little bit. So I don't want to lose the fold. I just want to bring the flaps over because they belong at the front. And then there we go. We're going to just lay it down. And I did it right the first time. We're just going to line up the sleeves on top. So I need the other sleeve. We're just going to line it up on top like that. It's okay if it kind of comes out a little bit. Usually cardigans do that. So it's not going to be straight and it's not going to be perfect. But you want to make sure that everything is as straight as possible. And then just kind of roll it over, make sure the flaps are folded down the front. And then all I'm going to do is just bring the bottom and line it up with the top. And that way it's like this. And then you want to open this little flap at the top here. And you can see that the front flaps are straight. And it looks like a nice, perfectly, well, maybe not perfect, but it's close to being, oh no. I did not realize there's a stain on here. I'm going to have to put that in the listing and just sell it for really cheap because I did not see that stain. Bummer. But anyway, that's how you do that. And then all I do, I'm just going to put it in this bag. This is a clear poly bag. So I put these in here just to protect them because from dust and fur. I have cats, so I don't want disappointed customers having fur on the items. And if the top is still like too high from the bag, all you gotta do is just kind of take the top and just kind of flip it a bit and just pull out the tag and just let it kind of hang at the top. Flip it, and then there we go. It's not going over the top of the bag. So that's like that. And all I do is I just take my little label. These are my inventory labels that I printed on the printer, on the computer, and printed it with label stickers. So I'm just going to cut that out. I'm going to cut, this is a size large, well, LG. And I just write the size, the price, and the brand. So $12. So $12, and then it is Streetwear Society. So I'll just write that on the other side of the inventory number. And voila. And all I do is just take this off like that, and I stick it on the bag. Voila. And that way, when this actually sells, I'll put this back up here again. When this actually sells, I can go into, because what happens is when I print the shipping label, it has like a little sleeve beside the shipping label of the picture of the item, and then it will have the inventory underneath the photo beside the shipping label with that inventory number on it. And so I'll be able to see that on there, and I'll be able to say, okay, that's in P, and then I just gotta look for 035, and then easy peasy, done. And just bring it out, package it up, and ship it out. Makes it so easy. So I hope that this was helpful. If anybody, whether you're just wanting to know, I mean, if you are, see, at the back, it's a little bit messy. So I want to try to kind of clear that up a little bit, because I don't want it to look messy, period. So I'm just going to try to clear that up a little bit, make it look a little bit more neat. It's hard with, cardigans are tough. So it's gonna be as good as it's gonna get. Cardigans are not easy, especially if they're open cardigan with no buttons. They can be tough sometimes, but just do your best. Whether if you sell clothing on Poshmark or whatever platform, I hope that I've given you a good resource on folding cardigans, and maybe you guys have a better way of folding. But I thought if I could be a help to somebody. I know how frustrating it is when you're looking for something on YouTube and you can't find it. And so I just want to be a resource to people. And so I definitely like the first way of folding it, when you just go like this instead of actually laying it out. And then, because it's just, I just find it extra work. And when you're learning this for the first time, it can be messy, and you might take a few tries, I mean. So basically it's trial and error. But the more you practice it, the better you get. And obviously, if you're just wanting to learn how to fold cardigans that you're not necessarily hanging up and you want to put it in your drawer, you're likely going to want to fold it again so that it's like that, or however you fold them up. But because this is a selling item, I want to look as presentable as I can when they get the items, kind of like the way they do it in the store. So I hope that helps you guys. You have a really good evening, have a good weekend, and stay tuned for more videos to come. I'm planning on doing a Sunday reset. I don't know, I really want to do it this Sunday, but it really does depend on the weather, because if it's like snowing, icy, and blizzarding out, I am not going to church on Sunday. So I want to do a bit of a Sunday reset of me going to church on Sunday, depending on the weather. If I don't do it this Sunday, I'll do it next Sunday. But there are other videos that I want to do, so stay tuned, and don't forget to subscribe. You all have an excellent evening.